Welcome to Top Hill Recording Podcast, the podcast where we ask an artist, a band, a musician to come in, give us 4 original songs. We listen to those and then get a talk about it, get an introduction into the band. Tonight we have a very special group with us. I mean, very special. Yeah. So just absolutely came in. Some nights you need something, you know? I mean, it was one of those days for me.
It's a fucking Monday.
It's a Monday. And it felt totally like a Monday today. So what a pleasure it was to come in here and kind of just get set back.
Yeah,
and
I've been looking forward to this one. I've seen you all on Instagram a bunch, and when I saw that Spencer had added you to the calendar, I was very stoked. So, and it was exceeded expectations. So, very great to have.
Thank you.
No doubt about it. So, without further ado, our special guest tonight, Cowboy Preachers Club.
Yeah. thinking about you and me all day. I've been thinking about all the things we used to say. Maybe it's easier without her to say. This town hates me. It's as green as can be with envy. This town hates me. It's as green as can be. Whoa, oh, oh, with envy. I've been searching the stars for a sign that you should be away. You've been praying to God for the first semi-good day. And maybe it's easier without her to save. This town hates me. It's as green as can be with envy. This town hates me. It's as green as can be. Oh, 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 with envy. This town hates me. It's as green as can be with envy. This town hates me. It's as green as can be. Oh, 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 with envy.
How y'all doing?
Hello.
Hey, that is the first time in the history of this podcast that somebody's gotten applause for an introduction.
No way.
So congratulations, you guys.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Right
that's
back
also a
at you.
first, but thank you.
Oh no.
No, you guys really came in and did some special stuff in this room tonight, and I just want to put that out there that it does happen. This room is. It feels like I think I told one of you guys before as we were setting up that sometimes this room just create something, but it's not because of the room, it's because of what happens down here. And to be able to, when a band comes in like you all did, and you listen to each other, and your musicianship in the background as the fellows were awesome, but your all's vocals just match so well. They dance.
All the vocals were
Oh
great.
my God.
Yeah.
And then we do the 5-part harmony at the end to end it. It was just, you guys blew us away tonight. I think I
thank
can
you.
speak for
Thank
all
you.
of us when I
Thank
say
you very
that.
much.
Thank
I
you.
walked into the room and I was like, oh.
Yeah, the
shit's
vibes were
happening
here.
Yes.
You walked in and I was like, hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's such a nice, it is a nice vibe in here. You guys have decorated so well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's all Neil. So.
No, I mean, it's just, it's really,
For everybody you can't see.
Man.
A bunch of lava lamps.
Yeah, tons of
A
lava
lot of
lamps.
lava lamps.
Yeah, more than you know.
I really, it just kind of fell together. I think the biggest thing is these guys, Spencer and Earl, help create the vibe. Everybody's comfortable and stuff. So, but before we get too crazy far tonight, I do have to introduce our first ever intern at Top Hill Recording Podcast. Donahue,
Go,
welcome.
Max.
Max, thank you, buddy. Welcome to the group. We are glad you're here. I'm going to make you do so much work. It's going to be amazing. But yeah, Max is was a student up at Butler University, right? Butler, and music major, is heading down music business, I believe. Now you're dropping the music and going to music business and heading to Middle Tennessee State this year. So we are lucky enough to like catch him in between. You know, Butler's up there, Middle Tennessee. We were like, dude, just hang out here.
I've
with
already
us
done
for a
less
while.
today than I normally do, which is pretty little. So thank you, Max, for allowing me to do not shit tonight. So,
just listen and enjoy.
And we did. Like, I know we've said it already, but you all are just killer. Like, super tight band, vocals are great, tunes are great. It's
Tunes
like
are killer.
everything
Thank you
about
so
it
much.
is it's really
Thank
tight.
you.
Like,
Yeah. And before we go, I mean, this is the craziest, longest introduction ever. We usually are way into the podcast by now, but before we get any deeper, I also have to acknowledge that Tate is the first person that was ever called out on a song by another band as a special thank you to Tate. And now Tate's in the room. So
Thank you.
Tate,
Yeah.
so glad to have you and meet you. I was like, oh my gosh, Insatiable Diggs, you're Tate. You're Tate.
We watched that video before we came here.
Yeah,
we watched that
yes.
just to kind of give us an ego boost.
So very cool. Very cool.
Thank
All right.
you.
So I guess I don't even know who to ask, so I'll throw it to the room. Tell us a little bit about you guys and how you all got together. I do want to say that the one of the cool things that is on the Spotify, Cowboys ain't for tamin', this band ain't for prayin'. So
Yes.
you totally have a cool vibe coming in. But tell us how you all got together, how you all came.
Oh, Mike always
To
has
me.
a story. Get in there, Mike.
And Mike, you might be able to back off that mic just a hair too, by the way. Just relax. There you go.
I
Perfect.
had a past couple of years. And when I moved back here from Florida, I grew up in Louisville. When I moved back from Florida, which is synonymous with having a couple years of,
You're a Florida man.
I mean, no, it was beautiful. No, I'm not. Well,
It's too
somewhat.
long. Yeah, it takes
Become
over.
one. Kentucky and Florida are very similar.
Oh,
in that
dude.
Yeah,
They
no,
are
what?
Totally.
states where people are like, yo, it's crazy. And then you get there and you're like, yo, it's actually way crazier than you think. So I moved back here after that. It was beautiful. I was
What part of
honestly really-
Florida? What part?
I was in Fort Lauderdale during the pandemic.
Not bad, not
Right
bad.
by the beach.
What a place to be.
Kind of ruled on us.
Yeah.
Crazy. I didn't know you guys.
Anyway, so I came back.
I didn't know you guys during
from Louisville,
COVID. That's nuts.
after like a divorce, totally disoriented. I'd been living at home for like a couple of weeks, and I got a text out of the blue from Steven, who we used to be in a band, me, him, and this guy, Adam. I got a text from Steven out of nowhere. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing Sunday? And then I get a text 5 minutes later from Adam. Hey, what are you doing tomorrow night? And I was like, oh, I think I know what's going on. Yeah, it was a band practice, and they had gotten together this whole crew, plus a guy we used to play with, Ian Abel, incredible.
Oh,
guitarist.
Yeah, awesome guy.
Yeah, he's
Super cool guy.
incredibly talented.
Ian's
super
awesome.
cool guy.
Give him a
He
listen
seems
if you
like a cool
haven't.
dude.
We
Yes.
could talk for hours about.
Oh my gosh.
music. So this whole crew was all together for this Christmas show, and we ran through a couple covers that I'd learned, and it was going well. And we came up to the song, which is now This Town. It was called
Killer
Green with Envy
tune,
at the time,
man.
and I didn't recognize it. It was
Oh.
called Green with Envy, and like it's like the first title of The Great Gatsby. It has nothing. It's called The High Bouncing Lover. Like Green with Envy.
Is
That's
it
not what that
really?
song's
Yeah.
called.
I did
The
not
song's
know
called
that.
This Town. Of course. Anyway, so I didn't recognize it, and I was like, oh, it's song is who wrote that? And Adam wrote Steven, like texted me back, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll learn it when I hear it. And the moment he hit that first, I just immediately was like, I remember everything. Hit that chorus. I play bass, so as soon as we hit that chorus, that's the first time I come in with this huge, This Town. I was weeping. I was just crying,
Sweet
like
baby Michael.
coming back from like the past and everything. Oh my God! So
It was a
That
very
was-
special
that
reunion.
was the-
Yeah.
first practice with all of these people, but I don't know how long we've been doing
This has been like right under a year for us.
Yeah.
We're like coming up on our first show. I think
Yeah,
it's
May.
at
All right, so I
That's
wrote down
wild.
today. All right, check it out. So May 8th, I believe, 2023 was your first Instagram post.
Jesus Christ.
Our first
Yeah, and I do believe.
Our first show was June 23rd. So
Yeah, I do
we're-
believe the post said
Wow.
we spent the weekend together. We're doing something special. Can't wait to hear something like that. So you guys were.
Be great. And
Yes.
and that was such a fun weekend. And honestly, it started a lot of it. We were just like, wow.
It was like
I love-
we should do
I
that.
love Days of
I
the
want to
Great.
do
Oh my
that.
God.
Yeah, they're incredible.
Yeah,
They were so
incredible.
much fun.
Wait, I think what did you say before that? I didn't mean to cut you off. I think I heard you correctly, but what was your original question?
Oh shit! I don't know.
How'd the band start?
Well, yeah, kind of. Well, and
Oh, yeah.
before we even do that, let me do this
Steven's the
before we
common thread, I
before we
think,
go
between
too
all of
far.
us.
Let's go. Just an introduction: Mike, Steven, Bobo,
Bobo.
Yes.
Bethany, and everybody's already met Tate. She got the
Hello.
shout out. So she's been known for like 4 episodes now from Insatiable Dick. So, all right. By the way, I told you all that was the first time that's ever happened. I never know everybody's name ever.
Well, we are
That's so
honored.
awesome.
You're- But
That's
part of
amazing.
that is because as I went back to look for this first Instagram post, because your all's social media game is awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so
I- I
much.
wanted to talk
It-
about that.
Yeah, that's
Thank you
all.
so much.
That's all.
Thank you so much.
You do great.
It's
Thank you.
killer.
That's how I discovered you all. Was like, I think an Instagram, I don't know if it was an ad or what, but popped up one day. I was just like, who is this band? And I just followed you all without even realizing you were from here right away. And I was just
Thank
like,
you.
I was like, you all are awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
All right.
and then about
That's what's good.
Damn, we'll take that.
Yeah.
Louisville is just 8 small towns and a trench coat.
I thought you were going to say trailer park.
We really are 8 small towns in a trench coat.
We sound
Yeah.
like from a real place.
I totally. It is definitely noticeable when somebody puts effort into what they're
It's not
doing
easy
on
to
that
do
end.
good
It's
social
totally.
Well,
media.
these guys are easy to make an effort for.
Well, and it seems like the whole team comes together for things like that, but spearheading something like that is a task. So kudos to you on that, because it is your all social media game is killer.
great,
It really
yeah.
is killer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we get
Thank
lots
you,
of
Tate.
acts on here, and I feel like if there's one thing that lacks is like social media is hard. I'm bad
It's
at it. Like it's
so hard.
it's difficult, and you all are great at it.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
yeah.
It's very easy to go. Share to story. I am
Yeah.
the king of share to story. But that's
Same.
about
That's
it.
all.
Big
Most of
same.
everything.
If
I
it
got
has a
stories.
cute animal in it, it's on my story.
Yeah, hugging your story. Yeah. All right, so I guess so. It seems like if this kind of stemmed from that show in Nashville, that this band is more built off a base of a friendship than it is, hey, let's create this thing, because that's the only way that makes sense to me. You
Mhm.
don't just go, all right, that was a awesome experience and a life-changing show we just went to and we did it. Let's build a band. You don't do that. It's friends. It seems like you didn't bring outsiders into this thing. It was a group of people that loved each other, and had this idea, hey, let's just do it. Why not? It kind of seemed, and thank God you said that on that came together, because
Totally. We think the same thing, dude.
Absolutely.
We started, and honestly, we couldn't stop. Like, we did it for the Christmas show, and it was like, we did the show, we had a great show, and it was like, okay, what do we do now? Because I don't want to stop hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have to go back to sitting at home.
When-
we do this.
What do I do with my free time
Like,
now?
Yes. We've
Yeah.
already blocked out time. Let's just keep it rolling.
Yeah.
It was more for fun, went to the show, and then it just took off from there. Like, hold on, we actually are currently doing that. And if we just like continue to do that, then it might look like that one day.
A good friend of
And
mine once said
it's so
that
much
like
fun.
being in a band is just like making up something
I love my
to a
friends.
bunch of people that it's real.
Yeah, yeah.
It is real.
So we just like convinced
If
enough
it's
people
real
that it
to
was real
us,
that we
it's
got
real,
invited to like
and
this
then-
little show in Cincy, and then
Yeah.
I think every
Isn't
time we
that-
play, it's clear it's real.
yeah.
And it's just like us kicking it with our friends. So like we really do have like open practices. Like
Mhm.
friends
Yeah.
pull through all the time because it is a club. Like,
Everyone is
people are
invited.
Like, what's
Legit.
the name? And I'm like, I don't really know what you.
I don't know, but Maddie and Sam are
I'm
in
like,
it, so
Yeah, no, it's a whole
Like, if
club,
you just
yeah.
wanna come to a show, you get a feel. Like you know who the like. Well, you know like the regulars at a bar or like a restaurant.
Mhm.
Everyone, you're like, that's a regular here. You can tell they've been to a show or two before. You get a pin. You're like, oh my God, what'd you say?
Groupies.
Groupie. I think we call them cow peeps.
No.
Herpes.
Whoa.
Cow peeps.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What is it?
Cow peeps, I think we've called
Cow
them.
peeps.
The
Yeah.
cow peeps.
How about the cow parties?
Interesting.
Cow people.
I like cow
Yeah.
patties.
Oh,
Whoa.
pass on those. knows.
That's
but-
terrible. All right, yours is better, Cow Peeps.
Yeah, but it's
You were so
fun.
brainstorm.
The Cowbells.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, with like an E?
E on the
Yeah.
end.
Oh,
Our
that's cute
cowbells.
too. Yeah.
Oh.
Thank God, because I'm so glad because Cow Patties was so bad.
That makes it yours. I wanna know that's so bad.
So, yeah, man, I don't know, man. This whole, it is real. You said you kind of said that, and it was in passing, but you can tell that it's authentic. What you all do is not. It's not. You're not trying to sell something.
No.
You know, it's very evident that when you come in and you play, there's connection. You guys look at each other. You pay attention to what each other's doing. I mean, even between songs, you kind of work out little bits and things that you really don't need to work out because you already got them. But if there's a part of that, well, I mean, there's part of that is just it's the connection. You know, just saying, hey. I need reassurance. Am I good? Because you trust the person you're looking at when it's you two going, hey, I'm doing this part. Is it sharp? Is it?
That Bobo's a band teacher, and
Yeah,
so
dude.
like,
Amen.
I go teacher mode. Sometimes I go teacher mode.
I
Everybody's
love
like,
it.
you're the leader. Let's do
I
it.
love the structure.
Yeah.
I went to school.
I wouldn't say I'm a leader.
So that structure
We
is
all else
phenomenal.
do.
You can kind of like have someone who does that, and that's everyone has their own little role, and it just works out like perfectly without us realizing.
Mm,
Mhm.
And you're totally right. Like, there is nothing we are trying to sell here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is just friends that love to be around their friends. And thank you for saying like it's super authentic, because that's something that we have consistently reminded ourselves. Like, when you stand on a stage, people see through you.
Mm.
Whether you know it or not, you can tell every single thought that person is having behind their eyeballs. So like, if we stood on stage in front of you guys and it wasn't authentic, you'd be like, oh, that's not it. You don't know why.
Mhm.
But and there's also a way where like two people can feel that vibe in the band where they're being connected, but when everybody is
yeah.
on
We
that
have to be
groove,
conscious about it, and we remind ourselves all the time, like that's what we're here to make an authentic environment where everyone
Yeah.
can show up and feel safe. And
Yeah.
loved
Yes.
at a show and just be like, "Hi, let's be
And
friends together." And make
you
music.
can feel when somebody's not friends. Like you can watch a band and you can feel when they are professionals, but they're not friends.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that
absolutely.
people can't make
Look at
amazing
Fleetwood
music
Mac.
that way, because they
Yeah, look at
can.
Fleetwood
It's
Mac.
always better when the
Look, they're
vibe
divorced.
is cool.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
just not the same when the love isn't there.
Yeah.
I loved it. I saw a meme a few days ago that said something about all this rap beef, and, and the real beef was Fleetwood Mac writing diss tracks about each other
other.
and making each other sing them.
That happened. That's it.
I love it. I love it
Springs.
so much.
Silver Springs
Yeah.
is wild.
And
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah,
Seriously.
Stevie Nicks is a bad bitch. I love her.
They not like her.
ugh.
What?
They not like her.
Oh, they know. I thought you said
Get it?
Yeah.
Like the never mind.
Like how we all came together though, I think our common denominator is Steven. Honestly,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Steven's incredible. We all have our own
Steven.
connection to
What's
Steven.
good?
Even are literally family.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that?
No.
No.
We're
Yeah.
related, kind of.
Yes.
I mean, how can we're all related, kind of.
No, it's not like in the Kentucky way. It's more like my other sister married Steven, so he's like,
Yes.
Hey,
That's
brother, that's
related.
definitely
Yeah, that's
related.
related.
And then my
That's your
connection.
bro-in-law? That's your
was-
bro-in-law?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, this is what it's like to have a brother.
What's good? Yeah, you know.
Steven left Bethany hanging so hard.
Oh, yeah.
Just because we're fam doesn't mean that we're cool. No, I'm just kidding. We're very cool.
Yeah.
We're
Dude.
How many years did you guys do the Christmas show before everything hit the fan?
Well, I mean, it was.
It was
way back.
coming- it was coming-
Basically, we started getting back together after college.
yeah. There was a Christmas show that me and Michael and Adam, that band, and then Ian Abel from Ian Abel Band, because we all went to school together. We were doing this Christmas show every year. And it would always be like, you know, our dads would get up and they would jam for a little bit. And it started at Dad Jam's Rule. It started at the
It's dead.
Dad James
Go Tim.
rule.
Go Tim.
Whoa, shout out Tim. Big shout out Tim Michaels. What's good? Annabelle, love you. But there was this bar called the Bardstown on Bardstown
I know
Road.
Bardstown,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Yes, right?
We've all played
Doug
that,
Shuddy, rest in
haven't we?
peace. You were the man.
Who?
Doug Shuddy.
He's died.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
He's
passed
gone.
away.
Closed it up.
What?
Yeah.
I know.
Not that anymore.
Yeah.
It's a
A
cat
different
cafe.
restaurant.
Now
So
it's a-
sad.
No,
it's a
like a
Korean
hot- it's a
barbecue.
Korean
It's a
hot-
Korean barbecue.
Hot
Yeah.
pot? Is that
What?
the name barbecue?
But he
That's
was
wild.
such a
He was
gracious.
young.
Oh, he was yeah, for sure.
I'm not.
And he was so cool. He was so
I'm not sure
gracious.
either.
And like he let us
I like the idea of
play
having
there
a side conversation while we
for for years, for like 6-7 years. And it started being like so many people were showing up that we moved it to Parlor Pizza. And that was the year that Michael came back. And there was like 200 people at that show.
And I was like, whoa.
And that
accidentally hosted a super spreader.
And then he asked.
We don't have to tell people.
And then he invited me to play. And then he invited me to play with them, and then ghosted me for a year.
I did invite them. I did invite Bobo.
I'm
to
the
play
last
that
person
show.
to join the band. I'm the last person.
So me and Bobo were in a band before this band.
We don't need to talk about it.
Bobo's in a band.
And Bobo's always in a band.
Bobo is always in a band. I'm depressed if I'm not.
Bobo should be in a band.
And
First few pages of the kid's book.
and he's genuinely the sickest drummer I know. He's a creative genius. I love this man.
Your
And
mom.
Dude.
He
He's
does all of his like
Crushes.
tendencies.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
so beautiful. As a bassist,
You guys are
I'm a very
definitely
selfish
locked.
person.
Yeah.
And
Locked.
He's like his tendencies. Like, what if I just do halftime? And I'm like, oh, say less. Slip into this like little slinky like half swing pocket. I'm like, oh, say less. What if I just everything he wanted
whatever he does. Yes.
Yeah, for
tendencies, and he's
sure.
like, what if I just did this for everything? He's like, what if I just did this for everything?
We like to have fun.
Right.
We like to have fun. We party sometimes.
And I like getting these two together was no issue. That happened at a Christmas show or two later, and Tate is
What's this Christmas show?
it's never had an official name, legitimately.
It's the Christmas
We
show.
talked about the Christmas show twice without knowing what the
It
hell the
happened
Christmas
for like
show
a decade
I'm
before
assuming
this
it's
band
a
ever
Christmas show,
started.
but what
Because it's-
Christmas
It was an annual thing.
It's as
An
long
ancient
as
ritual.
it's a
Yes.
it's a Christmas
It was like a decade-long
There's like
annual
2
show.
Christmas songs. It's like
Yeah.
it's
The whole thing.
Yeah.
We would just play it.
Hold on.
And then we
Time
play
out.
Feliz Navidad.
Time out.
Thank you.
Time.
That was the whole
Time out. All you all gotta quit talking until we acknowledge the fact that Bethany said it's as much a Christmas show as Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Actual facts.
Yeah.
she hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
conversation we
Absolutely.
have every year around
That's
the Christmas show.
perfect.
Is it a Christmas movie? And
I didn't hear anything else after that. I apologize.
No, thank you.
I understand.
This is hilarious.
Seriously, that was
Bethany does
hilarious.
that all the
Where
time.
is
it?
Just
Where is the
Gotta go
Christmas
tinkle.
show?
Talk about the
It's been
Christmas.
everywhere. Yeah.
But the last few times it has been at the parlor in New Albany.
We did one at Gravely in the last 3 years.
Gravely.
Yeah, and then trying to think
It
where
changed.
else.
Gravely was
Honestly, just,
excellent.
like, keep a lookout on our
Wherever-
Instagram or Ian Abel Instagram.
yeah, Ian Able Band Instagram, our Instagram page.
Yeah. Post about
Ian
it.
Able Band, I'm pretty sure is going to be the one taking that over. So Ian Able, watch out for that. There
Yeah.
will be a Christmas show, I'm pretty sure.
There's
And
his whole
doing
friend Greg.
he's doing great
Just-
stuff. He's like
He's a good-
partnering.
He rips.
He's partnering up with
He's a cool
charities.
guy.
Like
Ian
they raised a
Abel's
lot of money
a cool
last
guy.
time.
Ian-
He always
There's a
does. He
can
always
drive
partners up with
with
Yeah.
charity, yeah.
All right,
That's
hold
cool.
on.
Yeah, I've been following him on the internet for a while, and then I finally actually
love it.
met him at the Whirling Tiger a while back. He's like, Earl, I'm like, what's up, man? Like, good to see you in real
That's
fucking
awesome.
life for once.
I've never heard
Yeah.
of him in my life. I've heard him 47 times tonight.
He seems
He's
like a
a good
nice
dude.
guy.
Ian
I don't know him
Abel-
super
Ian
well, but he
Abel
is
seems
the
very
dude.
nice.
You have
He
to
is a
check
good
out
dude.
Ian Able
He's a good
Band.
dude.
He is. He's sweet.
so
He's
good.
sweetie.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
High school,
Where'd
he was,
Bobo
like,
go?
The guy who was good
He
at
left. He
guitar,
said he
and so
tired
he'd
of this
be in
shit.
bands playing in rhythm, just being
Yeah,
like,
he's-
yeah, I'm that good too. I'm playing chords, and he's absolutely crushing it. This is the greatest thing I've ever done.
And he's just shredding.
So yeah,
Like he's just crushing it.
One of those dudes.
These
No,
two
he-
acting
no,
like
like-
they're
and also
not
he's
talented.
He's awesome. He's
They're
such a good
ridiculously
songwriter, too.
talented.
Yes.
and a half.
Like
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
Totally.
I'll pick up an instrument one day just to make you guys feel better. How about that?
I refuse to cut my nails off. I want
Fashion.
Same queen.
so bad though. Like it's just right there, but I can't.
Yeah, well, look. You've got
I
Play that
uke
unique.
it up. I uke it up. I've gotten creative. I've actually just like made my own hand positionings for certain things. It's just
Even as a Tarango, it's going to be the
not
same
great.
action.
I can't.
Yes.
Hey,
Do you all-
Bobo's back. Bobo's back.
I love it.
Get you-
Bobo's back.
Anybody else
back,
need a
back,
beer?
Back again. again,
I'm okay.
again.
Do you guys know what a charango is?
I'm having Spencer make me
Oh
a
wait,
drink.
All right, so
charango.
What is
I'm gonna get this thing back on the.
Yes,
You know,
yeah, we are
Rein
off
it
the
in a
rails.
bit.
Rein it in a
Apologies.
bit. All right.
Apologies.
So, well, no, this is totally hilariously fine to me because I'm sending all this audio to Brad, and well, actually, he'll be here, and he has to edit all you.
God
guys.
bless that man.
This is
love
going to be
it.
the best. I cannot wait.
He's the best.
I cannot wait.
Sound guys hell that they're always like, all right, guys, what do you need? We're like, so we need First of all, 5 vocal mics.
I was gonna say so many microphones.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're assholes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what are you bringing on board for? We have 5
We're
vocal
bad
mics.
people.
I'm saying, please bring them on.
We're a very needy band,
Like,
like
at
in all
first,
reality.
respond, and they're like,
No.
"He's bringing your own
No.
board. What do you think we got here?" We're like, "Listen, I'm so sorry."
Oh no.
So I have a question for you guys.
Yes.
Please.
Answer.
So whenever I was listening to a lot of your tunes and like Neil has said with your harmonies and things of that nature, I think that one of the things that makes it so flawless is that you all are friends. And it's that because if you look at these big bands like the Allman Brothers, like Fleetwood Mac, I mean, any
What about
other
Skinner?
bands. Yeah, Skinner too.
All right.
All of them. They were all friends that just played music together,
Yeah.
and then something magical happened. So, my question is, for the future, where do you guys see yourselves in the next year? Do you think it's still going to be the same lineup? Do you think it's going to be something just
that's a-
completely different?
That's
Do
a
you
great
think-
question considering you've only been together a year.
Right now,
That's a
that we're
great
working
question.
on
Same people in the
is
band.
like
Oh,
the
absolutely.
first time
No
we
question.
have an articulation, at least around some kind of coherent sound. I mean,
Okay.
we've kind of orbited a bunch of different things that we like, and it glues together live.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the first time that we're like, all right, this song feels like an emo
Mhm.
country punk song. This song feels like a groovy soul Americana song. This song feels like Fleet Foxes went psychedelic, and this song feels like, we kind of for the first time have a small, tiny little body of molecular body of work, and it's the first time that we've kind of like even have we're even approaching an answer to that
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
That's a- Go ahead, sorry.
And not just the music, but also to you all as because in a band you have to have goals, you have to have
Yeah.
things that you
Mhm.
want to
Mhm.
achieve, and with so many different personalities in one band, even though you're friends, sometimes you can butt heads,
Yeah.
but it seems that whenever you have such a type of group like you guys, it tends to work itself out, even if it doesn't work out, it works out in the way it needs to.
I-
That's
I
love.
think
That's love. You just work it
That's
That's why
out.
you do
I
it.
think
That's how you say it.
You have to
You've
do
been mad at
with
your friends
love.
before.
a big thing about it is just
Dude.
like the communication aspect of it, and like we're all human, we all have our own lives, we all have our own schedules. Like we're adults. Like
Yeah.
I have a full-time job. Everybody,
We make our own mistakes, and we
Absolutely.
give each other that space to make
Dude.
mistakes
Yeah.
and that acceptance to just like again be authentic and show up however you need to show up that day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like whatever you need, we are friends first, and we remind ourselves of that all the time.
Sometimes it's
Yeah.
hard. Sometimes you really got to remind yourself
It's hard.
that we're friends first.
Yeah, I mean,
but
how
then
many people
it's-
try to do all one thing together. Like you're a teacher, you know how hard that is to get 30 people in a classroom to all get on the same task. Like
And then
Yeah.
after, like,
Yeah.
Why are you
all day
doxing me
trying
like
to
that?
organize like a bunch of like herds of wild
Yeah.
goats. I mean,
wait,
kids.
what?
And
I
then,
totally
like,
missed how
Where-
about the herds
And
of
then,
wild
and then,
goats.
No, it's kids.
Everybody's showing up late to band practice, and Bobo's just having to be like, "This is fine."
yeah, no, I got off work early today because the band group chat said we were going to have rehearsal before this at 2:00.
He glazes over the band.
Nobody else worked today.
Oh, yeah.
Except for me,
Monday's off.
but I got off early to be there at 2,
I
and then
was
I
on
get there
time.
at 2:15 and nobody else is there.
I was
So
on time.
Me and Steven went and got Dairy
Of course
Let it
Queen.
be
I'm on time.
known
It is my
that
house, so
Bobo
I was
gets a
on
Wait
medal
a
on this
second.
day.
Something very important was said there. What Dairy Queen?
Barstown Road.
Dude,
Goldsmith Lane.
the best dairy. This is definitely not a sponsor because we definitely don't have a sponsor. But the best Dairy Queen in the country is in Fairdale, Kentucky. I swear, I raised
I'm
my
trying
hand
to
to
go.
the Lord Jesus,
I'm
Okay.
trying to go.
Nice.
and I'm
Stop on
trying
the
to
way
tell
out.
I
you,
hear you right
Woo.
now. You wait for the business.
it's the best DQ in the country.
I heard it
And
in
I
my
will
soul.
smack my mother, and she actually donates this podcast every month if I'm lying, and which means I'm not lying because I wouldn't smack my mama.
I mean,
Of course.
Absolutely not.
Of
No.
course.
No, that'd be
No,
horrible.
never.
In the
Your dad,
country,
Email sounds like a country song.
He's free gay.
Feels like it makes it true.
it's so true. I drive my truck there to get it.
I
that's
drive
what's
your
fun, baby.
truck.
That's what's up. Now I can't do every country song I've ever written has
Has the Dairy
truck.
Queen in it.
No, it has
Oh,
my
yeah.
truck in it. I can't
Quit
do that.
writing these
Truck.
Dairy Queen songs.
I can't. The Dairy Queen song is ready to go.
Well, hey, every Waffle House
Just like
has
the
jukebox
drive-thru.
with all of the Waffle House songs on it. Well, now they have sound. Doesn't
Just
matter.
touch tunes,
But
yeah.
there is an album that's recorded, at least one, I think two, of just original compositions
Mhm.
about Waffle House. It's like
Terrifying.
One is called Drunken Cover, for example.
It's an absolute banger. It's
I
amazing.
did.
Oh yeah, trunk
Yeah.
and cover.
Amazing.
Oh, that's a
It
good
should
one.
be.
It's
I hope.
on YouTube.
I pray to God that it is.
And it's
And
supposed to be on the
release
Chinese-
it.
I just want to. I want Waffle House now.
Yo,
Who doesn't want Waffle House now? Everybody wants Waffle House all the time.
I
It's the
love
best.
Waffle House so much.
Dude,
Oh man.
So are we going to get Waffle House after this? Or are we just going to talk about Waffle House?
Does Waffle House have chocolate chip waffles?
No way. Yes, they
oh
do.
my gosh.
What kind of
Yes,
question?
They do.
They have.
Blasphemy.
They have.
Spotify right now.
Yes.
I've never gotten chocolate chip waffles there.
Favorites, Volume 1.
I'm
The
sad
Waffle
for
House
you.
record.
Are you serious?
Neil,
This
it's
is why we
real,
have an
Neil.
intern,
Yep.
you guys.
This is what.
This is why you get
Look at
an
that.
intern.
Look at
Gotta
that.
get them artists
He is
on the
now
podcast.
podcast Jamie.
All right, Jamie. I mean Max.
Keep
Is
that
there
up. That's a promotion
podcast
on the way,
or a
right?
Spotify
No question.
mix? Yes, there is. What is going on in this room tonight, you all?
We're vibing.
It's oh my gosh.
Magic.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
I want to
I
follow
don't-
up
You just
about
posted
the EP
cringe,
if
dude.
I
Bethany,
could.
we're not
You just
cutting it.
posted cringe.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
oh,
had
sorry.
to-
Yeah, no, it's cool.
That's rough.
I was gonna ask more about the
saw a
EP.
joke opportunity, so I had to take it.
You do.
I'm proud of you.
Where are y'all making the EP?
His house.
That's the yeah.
Bobo!
Nice.
Bubba's-
Yeah.
That's why he's pissed when nobody shows up at
Learn how
2.
to record it.
Yeah.
This guy right here is such a talented producer. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
don't listen.
He is
Don't
so
listen
good.
to our cover of The Chain, and don't listen to Despite the Crook.
Wow, thank you,
Don't
Bobo,
listen
for
to
that
them.
plug. No
All right,
one will
they'll
listen
be on
now.
Spotify soon.
No
I
one will
promise.
listen now, Bobo.
It's like, look,
Exactly.
No. But everything else, though, listen to it. It's great.
I mean, you can listen to it and be like, yes.
No,
And he
honestly,
is
listen to
Yeah,
it.
well-
Eventually, it won't be there.
So I've always wanted to do get into producing. I've always wanted to get into producing. My dream, like as like a high school and college musician, paying $800 to record an EP in some random dude's basement that I've met like twice. I've always had this idea of like one day being able to like open a cheap, affordable like music studio. Like I don't think I can produce like an Ariana Grande song. Like fuck that.
Why
But
would
like
you want
I can
to?
make
Never
I can
mind,
make
sorry.
I think I can make stuff that's good enough
Don't hate on
that it could get thrown on the radio. You know what I mean? Like on a local
Mike.
station or
I
something.
think this is me
Well-
because I'm your fan of Psych-Indie.
No,
When you're done, I mean, hit up WFPK, get some shit on the radio.
but your stuff,
you make cool
everything
stuff.
on
Dude,
Spotify,
respond.
you did, right?
Everything.
Yes. It sounds great.
Dude, it's
He
great.
crushed it.
We
Well,
listened
thank you. I
absolutely
appreciate it.
all day
I'm
at
still
work
learning.
today.
It's a learning process. I'm still learning, but
Thank you guys for listening during the learning process.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
All
I think
Yes.
that's a huge
taking steps
thing.
forward, and everyone's
Yeah.
like, "Well, it's still
Well,
going." And
like
we're
sharing
cool.
your
We got one more
process.
foot.
This guy's talented. I mean, I don't know how
When
we can
we-
pussyfoot around it. This guy's so
It's
talented.
actually so out of this world compared to what we have that I physically couldn't believe it was the same.
I'm
song
learning.
and the same sound.
I'm learning.
Well,
Yeah.
I tell you
it's,
what,
it's been a journey.
Bobo, if you ever want a free internship at Taco Recording Podcast, you come on up.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Neil has
a
bands
free
in here
unpaid
all the time.
internship.
Yeah, we've done. Yeah, we've definitely done bands. But
Like,
yeah, you
yeah.
use Studio One. I use Studio One. So
Love it.
that's.
Are you mixing and mastering yourself?
It
too?
sounds
Yeah.
great, man.
That's hard to
So
do.
we
Yes, it is.
Now
we
we're
record
mastering
we
ourselves,
record
yeah.
everything at my house. We have a nice little like carpeted outdoor ish space, and it's nice. It's great for recording drums. We record guitar, bass, and vocals and everything in this like little makeshift studio that I have. We literally use a clothing closet
All right,
with
so
like a comforter hammered on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
As the vocal
but
booth.
I hate to cut you off because I feel like we've all been like stepping on each other a little bit. But you remind me of Brad Weston, who I started this podcast with. He'll be back in town. He's probably back in town right now. He was on his way back from North Dakota. He moved about a year ago. It broke my heart. But he did. He graduated. He was also a teacher and an educator, and then was a principal. He went on to be one of Marty Polio's dudes as an assistant, whatever.
Mhm.
And when we started doing this podcast, he was still doing that, and then he retired after a year or so of doing that. After we were doing, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, you remind me a lot of him because he did the same thing. The reason this thing started was because he called me down. He lived, I don't know, 6 or 7 houses down. He called me down and said, "Hey, come over. I want you to record a lead guitar part for this song that I'm making. I haven't written a song in 20 years, and I want you to come." Blah. And I walked in his house, and when I walked up the steps in his regular house, and I walked in a bedroom that was a bedroom carpet. There's like a desk over here somewhere, and there was a pop-up moving tent with one of those pop-up tents with moving blankets all over it. I mean, he recorded.
That's amazing.
He recorded his guitar in there, his vocal in there. He made his drummer sit in there for like 4 hours and sweat to death. Probably lost 3 or 4 pounds.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So he did this, and when I was down there first, I mean, just like as flippantly as possible, I was like, "Man, this is cool. I'd always thought about doing a podcast. I wonder if I could do it in something like this." And then I left, and he called me. But anyway, all that's to say, he started going, "This is nothing," and then he built what you're looking at when you all came in and played. And we did the recording. Everything that we had down there was stuff that he researched because he has that brain, I think, that you have that is, I'm going to dig into this and I'm going to, why does the mids sound too thick right here? What are the megahertz?
Sounds like a special guy.
How many times with Under the Same Moon? There were so many times.
I'm telling you.
There were so many times with Under the Same Moon where everybody was like, "It sounds great," and I was like, "It feels noisy."
No.
Why is it so noisy? I feel like something's
And then what
messy
you
in
do,
here.
take the mids out?
I'm pretty sure I scooped some high mid. I'm pretty sure I scooped some high mid.
So see, I'm telling you, man, it's you guys have that same brain, and I think with that type of personality in this band of creatives and musicians and singers and 5 of you and friends on top of that, I think that it makes sense that you're where you're at now after a year. We're talking May 8th, first Instagram post coming off of that. I mean, you all, I don't know if you've taken a step back to really soak in what you've done in a year.
I hope you have.
Steps along the way.
We
because,
take like 3 steps forward and 1 step back, and then 3 steps forward and 1 step back.
Because we're always
we are
like-
just like
everybody puts in. We've been in bands before. Everybody except for Bethany has
yeah,
been in
this
a
is
band
actually
before.
my first time band experience, and they look at me
Which
all the
is-
time.
And she's
Dude.
killing it, obviously.
This
But-
normally doesn't
and so
happen
we've
like
been
that,
in
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Like you know
Yeah.
this, like stuff doesn't happen.
No.
Yeah,
for
no.
bands. It's absolutely bananas being able to put in like 20% effort, right, out of 100, and get like 80 back, and they're like, "That's 360%." Like, yeah, I know it's broken, but that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Well,
it's bananas.
It does make sense.
It makes sense.
It makes sense.
I mean,
it makes
you
sense.
all are awesome. Like
Thank
you're
you.
great.
Thank
like
you.
to touch on what everyone has said already. I mean, I feel like the harmonies are so tight because the friendships are tight. Like you all are like. Then we have acts in here every
Spend some
week,
time with
and
people.
like there are acts where I will point out like you all are friends, and like you all are definitely friends first, and I feel like that makes a big deal when you go to play music. Like I feel like when I'm at my band practice, we end up like talking more than we're practicing because we're just chilling, and we're
Yes.
like,
Oh, yeah.
Considering like a band of friends that has and this is something we are deliberate about, an organic process. All that should mean is you smoke weed and don't play music.
Whoa.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
You can talk
Hit the
about
nail on the
that.
head.
We do not. We can't do that.
It wasn't.
You know, I mean,
You know what? It
Yeah.
wasn't suspicious until you kept going.
Yeah.
You were totally fine, but then you kept talking,
That's the
and
stuff
then
the mom's
suddenly I
not
was like,
supposed to know
"Does Bethany
about,
smoke
like in the
weed?"
song, you know, yeah.
Flower and
Michael's,
like
you know.
gardens with like tulips and stuff.
hey man,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
relax. I'm building a greenhouse.
we all
with
love
tomatoes.
gardening.
Oh,
It's
what?
cool.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
love 'em.
Gardening,
I'm actually
for
so
sure.
glad
About
about
to
a
take a
Kentucky
pivot and
summer
talk
with
gardening,
homegrown
'cause I'm a-
tomatoes.
No.
No,
No.
No.
No
Yes,
gardening
that's
talk,
what I'm
Michael.
saying.
I don't have the
Tomatoes.
exact same experience, but at least when I was in high school with my band, we would always go to a Mexican restaurant and just yap.
Yeah,
Yes.
sessions
The
happen.
yap sessions happen so often.
They have to
Yes.
be
You gotta
a
yap.
The
We
session,
built
and
it into
we
our
built.
practice.
We
That's
do.
why
it's the
We
first hour.
say
It's so
7:30, and we don't actually start making music until 9 o'clock. But everyone gets there.
A lot of yapping.
Like We've got Dairy Queen, of course.
Do you
We're
got-
sharing music.
It ain't that. You ain't got Dairy Queen.
All of our favorite
You got
musicians
Bardstown Road Dairy Queen. That ain't Dairy Queen. It ain't. You're gonna pass it if you. I mean,
we
10,
Daily squad.
10 or 11. I'm not sure when it closed, but man, I swear if those neon lights are on, you better stop and get a cheeseburger. I
stop.
swear to the love of the Lord.
We have a designated gas
I'm there.
station, and honestly, it helps. It's how we learn everything
You know,
about what's happening.
I think the most important part about all of that is no band, no relationship, no friendship, no marriage. It doesn't matter what connection it is that relationship is. It isn't perfect. There are things that you have to battle with each other to really get to the core of things. And it is the most important thing because the ones that work, the ones that last, the ones that make sense, the ones that create the way that you guys are, they get through those. It is a way to grow. It's a way to love each other harder. It's a way to make those
harder. I like that.
You're fighting for each other.
Yeah.
When you have when you have things like that.
All of this that we do is I know genuinely for the other people in this group.
The other
Like,
four.
That's
always.
it.
It's always looking out like we want this to happen so badly because I want it for Michael, Bobo, Steven, and Tate, and it goes for every single.
It's the only way it works.
It's the only way it works.
I really
that's why it's
for me.
working.
I really need it, guys. I
like
really
you're doing
need
really
it.
well.
I need it for me. If it works out for you guys, that's awesome.
Because we loved each other.
I'm just kidding. I love you guys so
That
much.
we were like,
Love you.
I will do anything to have this dream for you. Michael, where are you going, though?
He needs a beer.
Grabbing a beer.
I put my. Mike, I apologize. I apologize for bringing feelings into this, Mike. I'm so sorry that I know.
No, we're big into feelings.
We're a feely band.
We talk about them a
No,
lot.
Talk about it a lot. It's
and
amazing.
safe
Again,
band here, like for all people. That's just what we're here. We are
It's
a club
important.
for all people. Like
But-
you want someone to hang out with, like literally just like come hang out with us.
Well, and you open it up
Spencer's going to be hanging out with y'all if you're not careful.
Bet.
Anytime.
Bet.
Doors are open.
Spencer's in.
Spencer.
Stop. Spencer's in every band in Louisville, Kentucky at this point. Yes, you are, dude. Everybody.
just both of our
He's in
bands.
every band.
That's just
Wait,
What
are
I
you a
just heard
drummer?
was Spencer
Are
was
you- is he a drummer?
multi-talented and organized. That's what I just heard. Spencer, I'm proud of you.
I swear to
Jam
God.
sessions aren't long enough.
I swear to
He
God,
will-
every single
I tell
band.
you, before Spencer
There
joined
are
my
3
band,
drummers
practices
in all
went
of Louisville.
fast.
All bands share 3 drummers.
Probably.
I'm convinced.
Probably.
drummers in Louisville.
There are
Eliza's one of them.
there are 3 drummers in Louisville
Eliza's
that cover
incredible.
all the bands.
Yeah, they're.
Yeah, they come in here all the time.
They are incredible.
It's like,
Like,
oh,
back
this is your
in.
4th time here. That's
It's
crazy.
like, oh, hey, Eliza, good to see you last week. You're amazing.
I love
And they
them.
are.
And you know, one thing, like, just bringing it back to like the whole, you know, I think another thing too that is hard for because every person in a band has their own dream and their own idea of where they want to go, where they want to go with the band and what they want the band's kind of image to be. And I think one of the most important things that you see successful bands do is exactly what you guys talked about of like, you know what, I'm doing it for these people in the band, you know, and I'm doing what I'm doing to be a part of something bigger than myself. And to be a band, you do have to think we're kind of like we're kind of like the Power Rangers for an example. without all
Better than the Teletubbies, man.
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
you can't build that machine to do your stuff and to rock out. And
Absolutely.
to do exactly what you want to do. And to having little bitty ideas from every single person with the same main big picture goal in mind really allows all of you all to create something both individually but together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
crazy
You
having
just-
somebody finish
you-
your songs.
Yeah,
Like,
articulated
I had
that
Oh my gosh.
perfectly. Yeah,
I was like, all right, well, I don't really know what to do with this part. And Tate was like, what about this? I was like, yup.
that one, that part,
And
right there.
it
Look at
just-
you, Tate.
okay, now
You're the
it's done. Is
songstress.
it my song?
She is.
I guess.
She's a stellar songwriter.
Yeah.
One time,
Oh, thank you.
we were in the booth,
Obviously.
and we did this.
Yeah.
Like, we kind of got like having fun during a practice, and Bobes had set it up to where like he recorded a drum track, brought Michael in one by one, brought Steven just by
Oh,
himself.
this was cool.
We each
It
had
was very
15
cool.
minutes and then brought Tate and I in, and we all made a song without each other being there, which was first because we'd always kind of made songs together.
So that's how the Beatles
That
did
song-
shit when
that
they were
song will be
breaking up.
released.
Like that's
And
wild.
Great to release
It
it.
was
So-
good. It was a damn.
I can't wait to
So
put that
there was,
out.
like, I have a melody, and
Is
I
Willie.
watched her as I sang the melody go, I need a goddamn pencil. And then like, run out the room, come
I've
back
seen
in,
this.
and just wrote it down on the back of like an envelope that she found.
It was my Riverlink bill. It was my Riverlink bill.
Riverlink bill.
Yeah, and then and now she only comes over and tells me I need to pay my Riverlink bill. I'm not gonna pay
And
it.
honestly,
I don't need to pay money for a bridge.
Song slapped.
Stupid. Sorry. Anyway.
That song slapped.
I don't even go to Indiana.
I don't even go to Indiana.
Why would I pay money?
I was like,
That place sucks.
I have words, and it brought together this really cool song that I can't wait to release.
Is this?
We haven't
Wait.
touched
So
it
is
Is
this
it on
part
the
of the EP?
Nope.
No,
No.
it is. This is like super.
It's gonna be probably Rhythm in the Night
future,
or
Cowboy
something like
Preachers
it.
Club.
We haven't
Yeah.
titled it
We're
yet.
probably gonna change the
still
words.
it's still wet
Yeah.
play, as we like to say. We're still kind of playing with
It's,
it.
Yeah,
you're
we're-
not
we're
far. The thing is, you're not far off. You're not far off.
How many songs are on the EP?
4
4 songs.
4 songs. So, no, 4. So three new songs, and then we're re-releasing a song that we're unhappy with the previous release of, the mix of. So part of it is going to be
is unhappy with the previous.
part. So we're going to be.
Nailed that,
I want to
Neil.
do the song
Precisely.
service. I've learned a lot. So we're going to be re-releasing "Despite the Crook," which is already out right now. But
Which song? I apologize. What was that?
"Despite the Crook."
Okay.
We're going to be re-releasing that, and then we're currently recording 3 new songs. One of them we've been working on, honestly, since like day one, since like the band first started, but we could just never figure out how the hell this was supposed to sound, and we would like try it one way. And then we'd be like, no, this sucks. And then we'd drop it for a month. And then we'd pick it up. We'd be like, writing session, let's pick it up again. And we'd pick it up. But finally, Michael like just had a concrete idea of what he wanted in his head, and was just super clear communication. We were in the studio. You're just like, do this. And we did it. And it sounds
was
great.
so good.
It
It's
sounds so good.
Yeah.
So we're doing that. And then 2 new songs. One of them, me and you kind of wrote. You had lyrics and a melody to the song, and you came over to my
I
house.
actually wrote it for my fiance.
It's so good.
I
Yeah.
sat down and
Perfect.
wrote, I was
So
like
good.
trying to write a song
Yeah.
to propose to him with. Don't listen to this, honey. I wanted to propose back.
He said yes.
I know, yeah. So I wrote the vocal melody, and then I was like, Bobo, like I need help. My brain only works in vocal
Yeah.
melodies and lyrics.
So-
and then we just sat down together and
I made a beat to it. It's a really sick song. It's a little thrashier. It's a little more up, like high energy.
I love how it turned out.
It feels like
It's
a Who
3
song.
3 4
It
the
feels-
entire
it feels
time.
very much like the
and
Who.
then
Like,
yeah, it is a Who song.
it feels like a Who song.
Kind of.
Just saying.
The end of it,
Fleet Foxes and
Fleet Foxes
Yeah.
at first, then it
Wait,
turns into a
is
Who
this one
song,
being
yeah.
released?
Yes, this
Yeah.
one
Hey,
is.
what's
So
up?
that one's
It's gonna be called Very
that was the second
Well.
one. We don't need to say the names, guys. We can
Very
keep
Well.
a little mystery.
Oh,
So we have that one.
spoilers. Yeah,
Also,
is it spoilers.
spoiler.
Yeah.
Guess what? I ain't editing it.
If you, yeah, this next song's BB Ugly. Anyway,
BB
no, it's
Lizzy, we love hot
it's great.
dogs, yeah.
Also, the end of that song, we get to go into 5. We play in
Yeah,
5/8.
so good.
And he kicks on this like distortion pedal that just makes it sound like your speakers are exploding. It's so sick.
It's pretty awesome.
Really excited
yeah.
for it.
We love
And
how
then-
broken things sound.
and
it's
then
really fun.
and then we recorded. Michael wrote a Midwestern-Emo song,
Oh, cool.
and it's fucking
Midwestern
sick.
good.
Emo.
Yeah,
song?
it's fucking sick.
It's so good.
Is that
It is a
real?
genre.
We've decided it's a thing.
It is a thing. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like
Don't
American
do me like
football
that, Max.
meets
Rugby.
Third Eye Blind.
What about rugby?
Sure.
Correct.
Third Eye
American
Blind.
football meets Third Eye Blind.
Yeah.
The ending
Okay, yeah.
A little grungy.
Little Nirvana.
It gets a little
Nirvana.
grungy, a little alternative, you know.
Can't say that it's like Nirvana, right?
Yeah, but I didn't write the lyrics. It's like Nirvana. The ending of the song gets a little Nirvana-y.
Not the one, but
I love you,
if it were
Mike.
the one, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, it's sick. No, but no, we're so stoked. We just started the recording process. Well, I mean, we recorded drum tracks a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Just
Recorded drum
and
tracks
just
in one night. We all sat on the couch.
It always takes
And
forever. To
anticipating,
get things done.
anticipating that we were going to be working on these songs very soon. And we actually just started the tracking process of these songs a couple weeks ago.
Honestly, because we had some
And
shows
then-
that kind of came through really fast. Like we had,
Yeah, we played 4 shows in a month.
Yeah.
It was
Damn,
a lot.
yeah.
It was very.
5
it
in
was
5
very
weeks.
fast, yeah.
I heard y'all hit up the side and finds every
They
now and
do.
then.
We
That's right by
love-
my house.
yes.
I'm coming next time you play.
We
Please
love our
do.
side
Yeah, I
gigs.
will.
We
Yeah,
love
I'll
side
walk right
finds.
over.
I think
They're
we all
so
gotta
cool.
go.
Yeah.
October.
I wanted to ask
October.
too, now that
Yeah.
we're on that, tell us about some shows coming out because I know you have a fucking cool one at the Enchanted Forest with
Yes.
Bibelhauser Brothers and
Yes,
Shannon
we're so
Better,
excited.
which I'm playing a show with
Yeah,
coming up.
And then a portion of the proceeds actually go to Bluegrass Pride. So that'll be
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
that one's
That's
June
perfect. Right
14th.
Yeah.
So we're really
Like a pride-
excited.
yeah.
It's right
Yeah.
over
That's
That's
in
big.
Albany, but it'll be
one of the best venues in the area is the
Yes.
Enchanted
It's
Forest.
awesome.
So
It's
Great
my first
venue.
time playing it. I'm so
It's
excited.
so cool.
To play
It's my
there.
second
Colin's
time.
still
It
doing a lot of
Colin
it's
still
dope.
does
Yeah.
the sound over there in the booking.
Colin does a lot. a
Yeah,
ton of it, man. He's
so that
amazing.
show came about because the Bibelhaus brothers, Aaron Bibelhaus, Bibelhauser,
Good dudes.
Really nice.
yeah, he's
guy.
amazing.
Friendly.
So
The
we,
first time I watched them, I was literally speechless, in awe, mouth on the floor,
We saw him
could
at the
not
Monarch.
move.
yeah,
Man.
we actually
Yeah.
That's,
That's a
better
good
than
place
what
to
I
see him.
did.
That's where
because
we met him.
embarrassingly, I
Yeah.
fangirled and was like, "Can I hug you?" And it's like, "No, you." It's like, "No, you weirdo. You know you can't hug me." But I'm like, "But it was just so good." And
Yeah.
it's like, imagine if someone walked up to me and I was
He
like,
said
"Oh,
no.
man." No, he didn't say anything. He just looked at me. God bless him. And I was like, "That's a fair response. I don't know what got into me, sir. I will go get a bourbon. I apologize."
That's
But they were just so
ridiculous.
good.
yeah, they were so
They're so
good,
talented.
and we talked to so Aaron, one of the Bibelhauser brothers, put on a solo performance at the Monarch. We were there to support.
Our friend, our buddy, Andrew Montana.
Andrew Montana,
Yeah,
yes.
close friend,
So-
amazing folk artist, awesome guy.
Yeah.
Who under,
But-
he and his fiance are who under the same moon are written about.
That's
Yes.
true.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wrote that song
Song
about
about them.
finding my
Yeah.
future
That
fiance
is
who
true.
I
They
met
do say
3
that.
months
They
later.
do say that. They do
And
say
then
that.
I also wrote it about them because they used to text pictures of the moon back and forth.
That's sweet.
And so when they were apart, they would send pictures of the moon to feel closer. And so they were actually part of the music video that we did for Under the Same Moon as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we hadn't gone to that show, we wouldn't have met Aaron Bibelhaus brother.
Yeah. And we met
Aaron Bibelhaus, brother.
we met Aaron.
I mean, that's what he is.
We met.
I mean, I'm so tired, but that
People
is
has
just
a couple-
God dang it. God dang it. Yeah, we met Aaron because he opened. He opened for Andrew Montana at the Monarch. And he was just
They were incredible.
to give context,
Yeah.
I grew up listening to nothing but grunge and emo, like rock. Like my first tattoo was a My Chemical Romance
So
tattoo.
he blew your mind.
Like
what you're saying, yeah.
I didn't realize I'm just now kind of getting into like I'm playing in kind of a country-esque sometimes ish band.
Billy Strings fan?
I need to start listening. Noah Kahn
Come
just
on,
got
bro.
famous.
Yeah, come on,
so
bro.
it's like,
Billy
all right,
Strings.
here's a good. I've
So
been listening
good.
to a lot of Noah Kahn, a lot of Casey Musgraves to
I
try
love
to
Casey.
try and
Both
bump
of
off.
them.
She's so
Casey's
amazing.
new records.
Huge
She's so
fan of Casey.
amazing.
Crazy.
Quick question.
Yeah,
Okay.
please.
Favorite Noah Kahn song and favorite Casey Musgraves song?
Dial Drunk with Post Malone gets me every time, but Call Me Back with
Yeah.
Casey Musgraves
So
is so good.
My wife
I'm-
plays it almost every day.
Steven got me the Stick Season
Bye, Steven.
vinyl for my birthday. I know, it was fucking
Obviously.
sick.
I'm seeing
Sorry, heckin'
You
sick.
can't have a bromance without a Stick Season vinyl.
I
What
will
is
marry.
this?
Yes, I will marry
Come
Steven one day. I will
on.
marry Steven one day. He doesn't know it.
I tell you what, Steven seems like a good fella.
He's the best.
Steven is
100%.
the best of us.
Really?
Oh,
He
yeah.
seems like
Like,
a
yeah,
awesome
love.
fella.
No, when I say that
Oh,
Steven is how we all got
I
here,
don't know off top.
Legit.
I have to check.
it
What
all
were we
ties
talking
back
about
to
before
Steven.
that?
My
You're
favorite's
asking-
like
He's a good dude. He seems
is
like a
The
good
new
dude.
album
The
is awesome.
sweetest
Too
baby.
Good to Be True
I
might be
was-
one of my favorites.
Which
Shuffling
one?
between
Too Good to Be True.
Too good to be true. I think I'm deeper well. Found it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Actually,
I know it's the
you know
title
what? I'm
track,
on
but it's
Too
like
Good
my,
to Be
it's
True.
probably my
Too
favorite
Good to Be
song
True
on
is
there is Deeper
so
Well.
good.
Like,
From like when she was just starting.
Yes,
So good.
yes. I saw her live open for Harry Styles, and she had a disco horse. It wasn't a disco ball. It was a horse covered with little reflective plates.
That's cool.
It was immaculate. It was immaculate.
Bad is that when she started out, like a lot of her early stuff, I get 100% confused with Brandy Carlisle.
Ooh.
Interesting.
And that's a total compliment to her and me being an idiot.
yeah,
But I mean,
yeah, and that's a good person to be confused with. Is Brandy
Yeah.
Carlisle?
Yeah.
I hope so. Yeah, that's what
Why
it
was I talking about what I listened to?
Oh,
I don't know,
shit.
honey.
That's about
We're at
Casey
1:13.
Musgraves.
Yeah, no,
Brought it up.
before that.
I don't know.
I forgot what we were talking about before that.
You listen to like Noah Khan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You were
why?
really
But
out of that.
why was I? Oh, Bibelhauser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my
Anyway,
God, they were
I was just now. I'm like
He's so good,
just
dude.
now.
Totally back.
Thank you so much. I'm just now getting into like the folk and kind of country scene because for a long time I was very like country music sucks. No,
I'm big.
modern country pop kind of
Yep.
sucks.
You got to find the
But
right
that's
spot.
there you go.
Yeah, but we saw Aaron Bibelhauser open at the Monarch, and he was so like blew me away.
Yeah. Such a
Absolutely
professional.
immaculate.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yes, he is.
immaculate.
I literally fangirled.
And so
I'm like, can I hug you?
we
Like,
we
what?
reached out to him and we were like, yo, we saw you guys
Blacked
at the
out.
Monarch. That was absolutely phenomenal. Like, oh my God. And we kind of kept in touch. And then Aaron came out and saw us play a show at Diorio's. And it was a really good show. Like, it was a pretty packed
Y'all
house,
rocking
which was
Diorio's?
nice.
No, see,
Oh yeah.
When they
Let me-
in
Hey,
the Highlands,
let me-
like
We
on the little
packed it.
fucking.
Time out.
We absolutely packed it.
I hate to interrupt.
Few shows there. Yeah, go ahead.
I hate to interrupt.
No.
You did not play a great show at Diorio's. Y'all just played a show at Diorio's, and you are really, really good. So
Thank
he
you.
just
Thank you.
realized what he saw. I mean,
I've
it's
done many
not.
an open mic at Diorio's.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
I've not been to
it's.
many shows at Diorio's.
He just happened to be, he lives pretty close.
He's a good
so
dude.
He's
I
a
mean,
good dude.
yeah,
He's awesome.
He's awesome.
No, he's awesome. We're so
professional.
excited to work
You
with him
should
in this
be.
show.
Like, he's awesome. And when I saw you all, because I've been seeing the
Uh-oh.
flyer for that show for a long time, and
Yeah.
No, they were on
I will
it
be
looked
there.
So cool. The artists
Unironically,
of that-
June 14th, right? June 14th.
Commentary I'd make like dryly, but no, it's a cool flyer.
Yeah, it is. It's a cool flyer.
It's dope.
There's
It
a lot of
looks
lame
tight.
flyers. That was a cool
really
flyer.
I make a ton of them.
If
If you're not doing anything June 14th, you should totally come out and see us at the Enchanted Forest in New
Enchanted
Albany,
Forest.
Indiana. Oh my gosh,
It'll
that'd be
be
so
amazing.
tight.
Steven's offering forehead kisses
Yeah.
to anyone who makes it June
seriously, if you
14th.
come up to
I'm
me-
going
That goes for all of you listeners.
I'll kiss
Steven
your
will be
left butt
offering
cheek. I've never
forehead
been
kisses.
kisses, but I will kiss your left butt cheek.
Time out. Time out.
No, wait.
Everyone was like, "What? There's gonna be forehead kisses?" Like, yes.
Earl said,
Be a cowbell. Come out.
There it
Come
is.
out to the show.
I think I'm here for a cow peep.
A cow peep.
Well,
It
if
makes
you-
me think of a little marshmallow peeps. And
A little cow peep. A little like fluffy guy. You know what I mean?
You have
Just
to
soft and
enunciate the
squishy.
peep.
Yeah.
Soft and squishy.
Just like a little
That's all
Easter
it is.
guy, you know?
I'm very bad, dude. Why-
That nobody wants to eat because they're too cute.
I do. Spencer
What
had
does
a funny
that mean?
story, I do believe.
Exactly what it sounds like.
So the very first show I ever played,
Yeah.
ever, I was 9 years old, and it was with Aaron Bibelhauser.
Stop.
What?
It
What
wasn't
were you
because
doing
I was
at 9
good.
years old?
It
I
wasn't
don't believe you,
because-
No,
Spencer.
you were good. You were good.
No.
Was it Guitar Center?
Yeah.
Was it Guitar
No,
Center?
he's-
Was it House of
he's been
Rock?
good.
No, it
With
wasn't.
Guitar Center? No.
It was actually at Central High School, and
Punk
it
rock.
So cool.
was so they were doing like a commemoration to the Southern heritage of Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all of the music and the bluegrass roots music that came out of Kentucky, and so because they wanted to like represent, I to this day still am in love with bluegrass.
Oh,
And so
Oh, absolutely. Has my heart.
I started jamming in this little bitty bluegrass group that actually meets here in Fairdale. And
What's it
through
called?
them, I've
It's called the Fairdale Bluegrass Group.
love that.
Sick. Let's go to see it.
Yeah, they're. I mean,
I just made that up. I have no idea what it's called.
We just get together in old guy's garage and we just pick.
That's the best.
Wow.
That's the best, dude.
Yeah.
If somebody's like, I'm in a bluegrass, we play shows, I'm immediately like. If somebody's like, I'm in a bluegrass
Don't
group,
touch me.
we don't play shows, we just play. I'm like,
It's
I'm
not
there's
funny.
some other
It's
stuff.
like I
there's
bet they play the
That's
shit
the
out of
best
their
players.
instruments.
Someone will come by and just sit in every once in a while.
Oh my gosh!
Like,
Oh.
these guys
Be like, bring your
are
grandma.
just the
Like,
OG.
Just let me know next time you all are playing. That's fine. No.
They're just like the OGs.
I just love to listen.
And, but Aaron,
Yeah.
just to like speak on the Bibelhausers like character, they
They're so
they
cool.
accepted me whenever I was 9 years old and didn't
Aw.
even know how to strum right.
Dude.
No, they're
Because of them and because of Neil and these guys here, it has allowed me to see what bluegrass and country music can really offer as a community and not just
Yeah.
as a genre.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's so
For
cool.
us from kind of the get go, because we were like, all right. Once we kind of realized, and in that like first year, a couple months that we're together, we're like, all right, this can really be a thing. What are we trying to do here?
Yeah.
And we sort of like acknowledge the fact that there really isn't like a mainstream. There isn't a music industry as a monolith in the way that there is now. What there is the people who show up at your shows and the shows you go to.
Yeah.
And like, oh yeah, I mean, of course we love Kiana and the Sun Kings.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Insanely
shout
good.
out. They're amazing.
Routine caffeine. Routine caffeine.
The fact that we're in a small town, like there isn't big fame to be done here, and if there is, it's done a certain way. Like, what are we really trying to do? And we thought about bands like Belushi. We thought about bands like My Morning Jacket, who, or even like, frankly, Bon Iver, where Bon Iver is a super group of a bunch of people who just happen to live in Wisconsin. We wanted to first and foremost build a community because
I had no idea.
What we live in.
Yeah.
I guess to answer your question about next year, what we're really hoping to do is play in like Shelbyville, Owensboro.
Give us
Pete Fest, more festivals.
We're trying to get out of Louisville.
Yeah, we have ties to Pete Fest, and we'd like to play for bigger audiences and be more deeply entrenched in our
I'm dying to play Big Stomp. That'd be so much fun. That would be
talk to Shannon Vetter when you play with him.
Oh yeah, no, that would be an honor for real.
Listen, like the barrier for entry is so low because like imagine breaking into Owensboro compared to breaking into Nashville. But you put Owensboro, Shelbyville, Bardstown,
that's how you
Louisville,
Berea.
We'd like to play Port Castle. Like, we just want to.
Lexington, Bowling Green together. Suddenly, you have a Nashville-sized market.
Well,
all of those are easy to break into.
Let me. I've been like, this is the 5th year of doing this podcast, where this is going to be 200 and some odd episodes.
That's incredible.
Nice.
It's crazy.
Nice, congrats.
But thank you. Another applause. I only say that to say this. I do believe, to kind of piggyback on what you're saying, Louisville music scene is now becoming something different. It's a thing.
Yeah.
And it is totally original compared to what is being built in the Nashvilles and everywhere else, because it's organic. It is honest. It is all those things that those markets that are creating music, creating these things that are played on the radio aren't. It is one of the smaller big cities in the world where it still feels like a town on many, many levels. And to be on the forefront of that, like I do believe that you guys are, is special. So you do need to realize that.
Yeah, I hope you do. A year to do this is
it's crazy. So
thank you. Yeah,
good. We are constantly like,
holy shit. How are we here right now?
Well, I mean,
we had that conversation like Friday. We were like, how are we getting invited to this thing?
So you're here now. You got the June 14th show at Enchanted. You got Z-Bar coming up August 9th. You're hoping for a fall release for your EP. You've got a ton of things going on, and I couldn't be more excited on our end as fans and as listeners to hear what you guys come up with after this next, because I know a lot of this next EP is already released, and I cannot wait to hear it. But just, it seems like you guys are in a real creative space, and I love that. I also love that it is driven by way more than just musicians. It's driven by friendship. It's driven by love. And I totally believe that that's where things make their own space. So I'm looking forward to seeing where you guys are in the future.
Yeah, in a year from now, hopefully you'll come back on and
no kidding.
talk
We love
about
that.
all
That
the
would be
shit
so
you've done
sick.
in the year, because this first year has been crazy.
Being here with you guys, by the way.
It's been a blast.
No,
This is
Thank you all for
so
coming
much
on.
fun.
This has been awesome.
Thanks for having us.
We are like way longer than most podcasts because it's been so
It's been
awesome
chill.
just to talk and hang out. So Spencer Corbin, Corbin Customs on Instagram. Check it out for luthier work.
My guy.
Max Donahue, where can they find you on Instagram, buddy?
All right, so here's my primary one that I've been trying to promote right now. Is just my name, Max Donahue, and then music at the end of it.
D-O-N-O, not
D-O-N-O.
A. D-O-N-O.
Spell Donahue for me.
Donohue.
Okay.
And then my main one is just Max.Donahue, Dono.
And I will give Max a quick plug. Check out his really, really recently released single, 19, right? Correct?
Yes.
And he's got
then the
another one
second
coming
single-
out.
Yeah, So 19's out right now on all platforms, and then the second one, Lies, 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 comes out May 24th. Once again.
Nice.
Hey.
Working on the
Good for you.
So
mixing the third single, and then working on finishing recording the album.
Hell yeah.
I would also
awesome.
like to think that if May 24th, that's probably out now. So go ahead and listen to it on Spotify. Check out Max Donahue, Donohue. Earl, what you got going on, buddy?
I mean, I got an album coming out, and I'll be.
I mean,
Just an album. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
no big deal. Just a
you
little.
got to
I've
hear
heard
it,
everything.
so,
I
yeah.
know how amazing this next album is. And just to look, Earl's here all the time. He's all shucks. He doesn't talk about it. So I will real quick. Number one, the album is crazy. If you get a chance to see Earl and the band live, please do it because the set is Earl Bowman. It's pretty tough.
I'm so there.
We're there.
We are so back.
The set they're doing right now is just, it's flawless. I mean, you're
Hell
going to
yeah.
love it. You're going to be
Poor Castle on
dug
Sunday.
in. Poor Castle.
Yo.
Which
we're there.
unfortunately,
You all might
this will
playing
be
the
out.
Monarch.
Well, this will be out by then. I mean, this will not be out. You all will be playing the Monarch. They will actually be there, probably coming from Port
well,
Castle to kind of tell us how, hopefully, how amazing it was. But check out Earl. I'm sure, hopefully, by this time, man, we'll be pumping when that EP release is going to be and all that stuff. Check out Top Hit Recording Podcast.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
It just
on-
takes a second.
What is it, YouTube?
Yeah.
Follow everyone on
Instagram.
everything because it takes 10 fucking seconds.
I mean,
just
come
push the
on,
button.
people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Preach.
There you go.
Preach,
Yeah.
Earl.
All right, you guys.
Thank you.
Can't tell you how much fun I've had tonight.
was a great time. Thank
It's
y'all
been
for
an
coming.
awesome one.
Thank you guys.
Thank you all so much
All
for
right.
having us. This is
Appreciate
so
you.
much fun.
Cowboy Preacher Club. Cowboy Preacher Club. Follow us on Instagram. Listen to us on Spotify.
Cut.